Welcome to another video for International Peace Week 2020, brought to you by Yes We Can Peace Builders of Morro Bay. Peace Builders is affiliated with Pachi Ibeni and the Nonviolent Cities Project. I encourage you to look up their websites to see the many ways communities and groups around the country are honoring and remembering and working for peace. I'm Pastor Paula Hulet, a board member of Yes We Can Peace Builders. As we have shared about nonviolence and nonviolent living this week, I found myself pondering the root causes of violence in the form of racism, poverty, hunger, and more. Too often we think if we teach a person to fish rather than give them a fish, they will be self-sufficient. We too often think if I am working to be an anti-racist, then racism will just go away. And while our actions will help, they, like offering a meal to a hungry person, only result in short-term solutions. We need to get to the root causes in order to repair our broken systems. Admittedly, this is a daunting task, but one that is doable if we break it into parts and if we are willing to work together. Think of fixing our broken systems as in the same way as we would approach a medical complaint. You may realize that you are always tired, even when you've had a good night's sleep. You also realize that this level of exhaustion is having a negative impact on your life. This is step one, an awareness that things are not right. Thinking we may need some special vitamins or some other pharmacological elixir to add some pep to our steps, we make a doctor's appointment. So step two is seeking assistance and education. Now the doctor may discover that we are anemic and offer iron tablets or suggest a diet change. But this is not the end of the conversation. A wise doctor would want to know the cause of the anemia. So step three is going beneath the surface issues to define the root causes of our ills. Now I know no one wants to hear the C word when it comes to our health. But say for the sake of our example, the cause of the anemia is cancer. Until we name it, until we accept it, and until we accept the treatment plan or plans recommended, we will continue to live with anemia and exhaustion, and our health will only worsen. So step four, we define the underlying cause of our ills and develop an action plan. In his book, How to Be an Anti-Racist, Dr. Ibram Kendi draws an analogy of racism to cancer. He suggests that until we define the root cause of our symptoms of racism, we will never eradicate this disease. I would offer that this concept, while true for eradicating racism, can be applied to other forms of violence, other forms of societal cancers that we live with. Until we name the root cause, until we are willing to accept our responsibility, consciously or unconsciously, in promoting, feeding, and spreading the core value or values that are the seeds of violence, we will find it hard to break the cycle of violence. And once named, we need to work to make radical changes to change our society and to set up ongoing screenings and modalities to keep our societal cancers from returning. So step five is taking action and setting in motion ways to remain focused and diligent so we do not return to our old ways. When it comes to fixing our broken systems, we need to begin by looking deep within ourselves and take an honest and deep look at our personal histories and the history of our country, our true history, not just the one written by the victors. As we become more educated and more aware, we begin to define the values in our society that have become cancerous, values that have been used to separate and marginalize sections of our society. And we may be surprised to learn that some of these values that have caused so much degradation in our society include self-interest, greed, and our need to feel superior to others. But working together as peace builders, we can affect change in our corner of the world, which through the amazing ripple effect will lead to change throughout the world. Thank you for listening.